come back into studio, John. Sean.
Watch your head. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When you decided to move from South Africa to Edinburgh, was it for days like this, nights like this?
This is actually the worst night we've had here, apart from the wind. We actually haven't had a wet night like this.
But in terms of what happened on the field, you must be immensely proud. You know, in those conditions, to execute that game plan as your team did was particularly pleasing.
Yeah, it is pleasing when you work on something all week. We knew it was going to rain. You know, it was predicted a week ago. So happy for Cammy Scott and the way he managed the game. Thought he was brilliant tonight. You'd never say it's his third start.
Yeah.
You know, as well as Ben Vellicott, and then, you know, the pack doing their job against a massive team from France. So really proud of the boys.
Was it even more impressive? Sorry, I was just going to say, was it even more impressive, Sean, that it was after the start, falling 10-0 behind? The response to conceding points was really impressive as well, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I suppose you do get worried, you know, after 6 minutes when you're 10 points down on the scoreboard. But, you know, the guys fought back. They showed composure. You know, the message behind the polls immediately was, you know, defensively we have to stop the momentum of 9, which was our plan, and the guys got back to task and recovered well.
Sean, Magnus, we spoke to him pre-game, and he basically said that they want to see a performance where they deliver everything they spoke about in the week. Can't have been far away from everything you spoke about in the week, what you saw on the pitch today.
Yes, I think he's probably talking about last week and the chats that we had about playing the space. You know, we left acres of space out there in the previous game. And we're quite hard on the players with regards to that, and they took accountability for it. And yes, we trained that all week, reviewed it, and the guys delivered.
Yeah, for me, I think there was some big performances in that pack. Some of the well-known names in Ashman, Bradbury, Gilchrist. But for me, Liam McConnell, I thought he really stepped up tonight. Yes,
Liam's been amazing for us. You know, made his debut earlier this year, and he just came back from pre-season in such good nick, and his performance has shown what work he has done in the off season, and he's grown in every performance that he's had, and we saw that in the Scottish international game as well. So very proud of him.
Yeah, it's exciting seeing the younger players stepping up.
Yeah, it's the plan. You know, young Freddie Douglas on the park, and as well as Ollie Blythe Lafferty, 19 years old. You know, scrum against a power pack, and I thought he did very, very well in that first half.
Sean, we're not going to keep you too long because the rain is still hammering down, and I'm sure you want to get into the warmth of the dressing room. But just briefly looking ahead now to next week, it's French opposition again, this time away from home. But it's a bonus point here. You can bounce into that week with a good bit of momentum.
Yeah, we have to look at our injury list. I see Marshall Sark struggling at the moment. Obviously, Cust another big game next week away from home. You know, the French do turn it on at home. We know that. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's great that we got off to a win.
Well, very good luck, safe travels, and enjoy tonight.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Thanks for coming over. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Sean.
Thank you very much.
So there we are, Sean Everitt, the victorious head coach here in Edinburgh.